Here's how I make these hair bows. So first I print and cut out my template pieces. These can be found on my Etsy shop and I'll have it linked below. And then now, using the template pieces, I cut out my fabric. Take the large rectangle and fold it in half. And you're going to pin that in place and sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way down. Now take your smaller rectangle and fold that in half and sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way down. With your tail pieces, you're going to sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance all along the perimeter, but make sure you leave a 1 inch opening. I leave my 1 inch opening right there at the bottom. Now flip everything right side out and take your long rectangle and fold those two ends inwards to meet in the middle, and then sew those together. Now you're going to fold in your fabric like this, and then tie it with an elastic. Now just shape your bow so it's in the shape that you want it. And then you're going to do the same thing with the tail pieces and fold in that fabric. And then tie that around with an elastic. Shape it to how you want it. Now put the top and the bottom together, and you're going to tie these together with an elastic. And then take your centerpiece and have the seam facing out because we're going to flip it over. And then now you're going to sew as close as you can get. And then now trim the excess, and we're going to flip that over. Place your alligator clip between the bow and the center tie. And then I take hot glue to secure the alligator clip to the bow. And then when that has dried, your bow is finished. So I hope you get a chance to try this and enjoy.